I think we're live. Yep, we're live. Okay, great. I'm just drawing some... Actually, we have some new commands in chat. I forgot to add that to my title. But it's a pronouns command and what we do in command. I couldn't find any Nightbot. I just added them like right before stream. I couldn't find any Nightbot like dynamic things in the commands. I forgot what they're called. To add like the stream category or something. So what I did was just like set it up so that every single stream I have to change Nightbot right before stream. Also, you wouldn't be able to tell because I haven't linked it to anybody yet. Sorry, I'm just trying to think who I should draw. Yeah, I haven't linked it to anybody yet because it's an unlisted video in case any like friends need these assets. But I made a be right back and like raid soon screen because I know we have like the raid soon photo in the gallery, but I grabbed it was in like Naramix chat because Sky had suggested in Jensen's chat that we raid him, and I just stayed in his chat. Basically I was asking him for some good copyright music near the end of his copyright free music near the end of his stream, and I wrote it down in the middle of the night on the sticky taped paper acknowledgement of country that I keep on my wall because I do it in my school assemblies. I just wrote like in very small text game music up the top because he was like recommending me like how he chooses like Sonic music, and I was like, is Undertale music safe? He was like, yeah, it is. Basically any game music that has like no lyrics should be safe. I'm actually listening to a playlist app on Spotify that I think it's public called Delta Tail / Underrune. My Spotify is just my YouTube, by the way. The thing is just like a picture of one of my like lights that I keep in like my closet right now, because sometimes I prefer to go live in my closet. That's just like a little light where you can put text on it, and it says like live at randomnb #Twitch, because I didn't have enough letters to like to write on Twitch, so I just wrote #Twitch. All space, honestly. And so I'm just like listening to that on repeat for this stream. But yeah, I'm decently sure I didn't want to choose like more common ones. I looked on YouTube for like the OST of Undertale. That way I could get like the sound and like MP3 juices, which is how I download music on my iPad. But sorry, I don't script streams because it's kind of hard to script a live stream. So I always go like and and stutter on my words and stuff because I'm autistic, if you didn't know, from my tags. So it's kind of hard for me to speak properly. And yes, I am just going over my lines over and over because I don't know what character to draw from the FNAF timeline. But basically, ADHD brain, what was I just saying? Oh yeah, I didn't want to choose like basic ones, even though I like them, like Megalovania, like the Tutorial Fight, Bone Trestles are a pretty good one. Spider Dance, I think it's called, Muffet song basically. Fight with a True Hero, which is a Dying song. Stuff like that. Metatron song. So what I did was I chose for, I think it's Be Right Back is, oh hey look, Determination's playing. For Be Right Back, I chose the Natsubu song. It's like the ghost one. And then for the what's it fucking called? Raid Soon. I know which two songs I chose, but I keep forgetting what when I chose for which. I'm decently sure I chose the Ghost song for the Be Right Back screen. And hold on, go to album so I can see what the last one was because I completely forgot what it was called. It's the 101 song. Oh, that's the Deltarune one. That's the Deltarune OST. No wonder I couldn't find it in there. On the YouTube playlist I was going through, it was like the 101 to the last one. Oh, Hello Memory, I like this one. Of course I like it, this is one of my favorite ones. In the OST of Undertale. Let me find it at the bottom. 101, Good Night. Okay, it's called Good Space Night, not Good Night in like one word. Actually, is Good Night said with one word? I don't know. Said? Written. Bro. Yeah. I have Pringles and pizza. Because I was eating Pringles earlier, and then my pizza came. I'm going to draw Elizabeth Afton. Just because I don't know who to draw. And I can't draw the animatronics. Because I was actually going to redraw Officer Dunn's... spoiler for the FNAF books. So, mute my stream or something. I won't show any visuals, but mute my stream if you don't want spoilers for the FNAF books. But Officer Dunn's death in the books. Since in the graphic novel, the artist wasn't given enough pages to fully, like, exploded, like, Officer Dunn's story and that. Because I actually, my girlfriend Haley, she has, hey look, here's the Monotone song I was talking about, Death by Glamour. Yeah, just played. She has all but the Fourth Closet graphic novel and all of the original trilogy. I have Twisted Ones and Silver Eyes, and I'm getting Fourth Closet soon of the originals. And I've ordered the Silver Eyes graphic novel and have all the other ones. I just waiting for it to come because they ran out of stock and we're waiting for a restock. Oh my god. Ban. Stupid bots appearing in my chat. But yeah. So I have examples of both of them are in the book. I actually can pull out my book right now. I don't really want to, but my bookcase, which I keep right next to like my pillows, so yes, it's on my bed. I'm sitting right next to it, so I can like grab it out if I need to. If you want like me to read it, but there's like 2 or 3 different pages, like 2 full ones and then like half a page, just dedicated to Officer Dunn dying. From William. Compare that to the graphic novel, which has less than a page spread of panels of him entering the room and then dying. I didn't include entering the room in my count for the original book, by the way. And it doesn't even confirm the death. It just shows a little like drawing of Springtrap holding a knife, and then it cuts to Charlie in that. But in the original book, I remember this quote very specifically. It goes, and something, I think it was like, its eyes were the last thing Officer Dunn ever saw. Confirmation he fucking died. And then in the graphic novel, it's just like, picture a knife, and then we cut back to Charlie. It's not the artist's fault, though. It's more, them being limited in their page number by a substantial amount compared to the original book. Because the original book has 398 pages in it, I believe, from my memory of reading it. Oh. And they were given, I think, around 197 is what they said in the Reddit thread that I saw first discussing this. Well, maybe not first, the one that I saw it. So they were given much less pages than, like, it's like a fourth of what the original Silver Eyes had. So I don't blame them specifically. Maybe they could have given a bit more confirmation about Officer Dunn dying in the page that they, in like the less than the page that they had to cover his death. But still, I feel like it wasn't really their fault. It was more whoever was limiting them in their pages by that amount because I should have really like thought about it more, been like, oh, that's like a fourth of the original, that's not really that realistic. So yeah, we're not gonna pull a Lavender Town and take like 1,000 words out of a book and then try to draw it in one picture. No, so I don't really blame the artist. They did amazing art on the series. I'm also just more of a reader and less of a graphic novel reader. Graphic novel enjoyer. I mean, like, I like comics. I make my own. I had a cancel comic that I got like less than a page on before I decided I couldn't do it anymore. I didn't have motivation. And then I have a comic that I actually, instead of posting it to Webtoon, what I did was I made my own Wix website about it so that I can include like extra art for the series. It's linked on my Twitter if you guys want to see it. But yeah, I make my own comics, so it's not like I just don't like that format. I've made several different comics in like storybook, like picture storybooks at school. There's actually one in my closet from when I was in like kindergarten. I think it was kindergarten. It might have been like year 2 or 3 maybe. Called The Tree Trap, because I'd recently gotten into the Undertale fandom, and I was like, ooh, Undertale, woo. And so I remember it happening in the kindergarten room, but it might have just been split in the room. But what I did was I drew, the colors were extremely wrong, by the way, because I was using glitter pens, and I tried to distinguish them as much as possible of Frisk and Kara. So what I did was I think I made Kara dark-skinned and Frisk light-skinned, even though canonically Frisk has a darker skin tone, or I guess more saturated one from their yellow than the pale Kara. And I gave Kara a pink and blue shirt, and Frisk a yellow and I think it like an orange or yellow and green shirt. I think it was. Even though that's like the complete opposite of what it is in the games. Yeah. And it was basically about like an evil, like magical tree or something. I don't know. I don't really want to go into it here. I could do another stream. And so it's not like I like hate those kind of books. It's just like I more enjoy novels themselves. Because I finished Twisted Ones. I'm just waiting for the Fourth Closet to come in so I can finish the trilogy. So that's around 308, 398 plus 295. So that's 500, 513. I had like Ghost Fight. That's the one I used for the BRB Strong. It just came up in my playlist. Let's see here. So it was 500, 13, 180, 680, 693 pages so far, and I still have Fourth Closet to read. So I'm very much a novel enjoyer. I've finished every story in Gumdrop Angel except for Stitch Wraith Stingers because I'm saving that until I get all the Vesper Fights books. That way I can read it all in one go. I finished the first story in Blackbird, which is just bird, and I'm in around the middle of the Real Jake. I finished To Be Beautiful because my friend told me To Be Beautiful was the best story, and then I went over to Into the Pit because one of my teachers told me I should do that one next, and I forgot where I was in Into the Pit, but it was around like halfway at least. I think he just got into the time travel bull pit and popped out. Around there. And yeah, so that's some other ones. I would read Friendly Face, but my library teacher ruined my cover because there was a tear in it, and so my PE teacher put tape on it for me, and he sent me over to the library teacher, because he recommended that I get it covered like the library books, and so I gave him my book. I waited weeks to get it back, and when I did, I literally have it hiding, because all of the 3D text on the FNAF book, which is literally like the main selling point, I think, of the books mainly. It was like all gone, and there was a new bit of 3D texture that was not there before that they were trying to gaslight me into saying that it was. So I legit hide the book, and I'm waiting for a chance to get a replace of it. Number 9, Puppet Cover, is actually the only Phasor 5 book, and the only FNAF book in general, that I didn't get from a book club, which is a Scholastics thing, I think. Because I found it at Kmart. There were a bunch of Gumdrop Angels. There was like, I think, one Prankster. And I was like, oh, I can just order Prankster on book club, so I don't need that. But we were in lockdown over the time that Prankster came out, so book club wasn't going to do it unless they did a restock. And I'm not paying $100 to buy the full set and have duplicates. So I just bought it in Kmart. But yeah, I haven't read it yet though. I'm avoiding the cliffs because I want to read everything else first for some reason. I don't know. Just haven't gotten around to it, I guess. And I think that's all of my Phasor Fights books. So, yeah. May I say, what we found has a very tragic ending. Because, spoiler alert. Spoiler, spoiler, spoiler. Hudson ends up in the, oven to hide from Springtrap. And then he gets burned alive. And then it literally, like, cuts to his friends entering the building literally right after Hudson dies, sniffing the smell of the like freshly cooked Hudson, thinking it's just like food, and saying like, "Oh, I wonder where Hudson is. I wonder why the door isn't unlocked. He usually unlocks it. Maybe maybe he finally got out of this crummy town. Hopefully he deserved better. I'm glad he managed to come out." So basically, his friends at the end of this story think that he's left this crummy town to finally start a new life, when in actuality he literally, the minute before they got into the building, he got burned alive. It's very tragic. It is very tragic. I'm just gonna demonstrate my new commands in chat, since my chat has officially died. There we go. I'm just looking up reference pictures for Elizabeth. Elizabeth Afton Sprite. What the hell? Undyne song is playing. I swear it's Undyne song. It sounds like her songs. Bring it in, guys. Is that it? What drawing is this? Elizabeth Abigail Afton? Oh, it's a headcanon DeviantArt post. Bruh, she legit doesn't even have... She legit doesn't even have a sister. She has 2 brothers, Michael and Evan. Excuse you, I'm seeing a post. I literally Googled Elizabeth Acton Sprite, and I am seeing a post calling the crying child Kenny. Excuse you? Also, in FNAF 4, that girl on the playground was most likely literally just like a random girl in his playground. Also, in Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator, the blonde-haired girl with blue eyes is not Elizabeth. It's fucking Susie. Why are people dumb? Chat, why are people dumb? Okay. FNAF sister location. There we go. Here we go. I got her, the FNAF wiki, just like the gif of her walking in her Sprite. Okay. There we go. That's much helpful. Very much helpful. I drew her clothes really wrong. Now's your chance to be a. I like how in naming the Spamton songs, what Toby did was one of the songs, not including this is not including the song just named Spamton. And one of the songs he names it Now's Your Chance to Be a. And then in the other song, which comes after in the game, you hear it afterwards. Not like directly afterwards, but if you cut out everything else and just get the songs, it comes after. The next song for Spamton is Big Shot. So it literally finishes off the names in the first song. And it's actually that in my playlist too. I didn't even try it. I'm playing it on shuffle, but yeah. Because it's like, now's your chance to be a, and then the next song for Spamton is Big Shot. And they're all in caps. I love it. I drew her clothes way fucking off, dude. She was like a high comb kind of thing, I guess. I'm trying to also... Excuse you, Amino apps? Excuse you, FNAF Amino? That is a random girl. That is Pigtail Girl. A random girl from the playground of FNAF 4. That is not... The hair doesn't even match up. Her hair is darker. And she doesn't even wear the same clothes. And she would have been inside the house. The only thing that matches is the green eyes. And I think Elizabeth's are different. Trying to also look at fan art to see how people draw her. People draw her with a white collar? Weird. She doesn't even have a collar in the reference photo. I'm gonna do it. Because I like it. Now's your chance to be a big shot. Be a big girl, good shot. Now's your chance to be a big shot. Be a big shot. Now's your chance to shot. Now's your chance to Now's your chance to be a big shot. Be a big girl, good shot. Now's your chance to shot. I may or may not have an addiction. And you can't fucking fight me over it. Because I will literally murder you. Cute little button-up shirt. Stars. I'm going on an excursion tomorrow. So there may... The reason I didn't think I'd be able to stream today was because I'd be out of energy from my RFF. But surprisingly I wasn't. Which is amazing. Because I try to stream daily, but sometimes, some things happen. But tomorrow I might be out of energy. Because we're going to a random university. Tomorrow. For an excursion. So, I'm gonna have to do that. Because I'm going. I don't want to be at school with barely anybody there. And it's a free excursion, but my mom's already, done the know and everything, so, yeah. And so, I'm gonna try and make a coffee in the morning. And I quickly drink it. so I can stay awake. And we have to get to school by 9 o'clock before that, so we can be in line by 9. Because we have to do all of the roll stuff, get all of that sorted out, and then get out and go to the bus before 9:10. Because the buses are leaving at 9:10. And I have motion sickness. I deal with motion sickness, like very bad motion sickness. So, that's gonna be fun. Last time I went on an excursion was like years ago. It has to have been at least like 1 or 2 years ago, because our old tech teacher was there, because he sat next to me on the way there. And he left, I think, like a year, I think like either this year or the year before, because his youngest kid was going to preschool, and the preschool that was studying like normal school, I think it was actually kindergarten or something, and the school that his kid was going to was closer to his house, but it was not close to our school, so he would have to finish his work and then have like a 40-minute drive to get to his son. So he decided to move to the school his son was going to. That way it'd be like an easier drive to school, from school, and to get his son. So, yeah. So it has to be at least a couple years ago. They put me at the front, like as far front as you can go, so I can see like the front of the bus window as best as I can, because looking at the side was still kind of giving me a bit of motion sickness. And then they gave me a puke bag, and in a desperate effort to get it into like have a good way to hold it, it was really hard for me to look away from like the front window without like at the bus without getting like really sick. But I rushed opening my bag and shoving the thing in there, so that like the circle that like opens up into the puke bag was outside, like sitting on like the bag, but the inside of the puke bag actually like dripped down into the bag, so it didn't take up as much room. By the way, if you're wondering why I'm writing a different name than Random NB, because my Twitch name is Random NB, and so is my Twitter actually. So it's Random NB4, because Random NB was already taken, but yeah. It's because my YouTube name is Names for Life. Because my old YouTube name used to be Gotcha Newbie. It used to be Gamer Newbie, and then it was Gotcha Newbie. And I wanted to keep like the newbie thing and change it to noob, and I'm a noob for life. It doesn't really matter what it is. I'm gonna be a noob for life. So I called my channel Noobs for Life. And that name just stuck. So that's why my name's Noobs for Life on YouTube and not anywhere else. Because my old Twitch name was just like Chris, the non-binary Watcha, and then I think it was Chris the non-binary. And then it was, Chris Monica. I changed it to, I think Chris Monica was actually before Chris the non-binary Watcha, but I might be wrong. Because everybody that I was friends with kept calling me Monica. Not everybody, it was more like 1 or 2 of my friends kept calling me Monica instead of my name. And it was really pissing me off. Because I don't want to be called a Doki Doki Literature Club character. It was mainly because my Discord profile picture it used to be a matching profile picture with a friend, and they had the Sayori one where Sayori's just sitting there with her thumbs up, like, because she's burning stuff. And then the other, no, like, pointing or something, because she's burning stuff. And then the other one is Monica, where and they're both wearing sunglasses. And Monica's, like telling Sayori that it's cool, or something like that. and my friend actually changed their profile picture. Because I tried matching with that friend before, and it was like a dino profile picture. But they found somebody else who had it, and I did too. So we changed it to that one. And then they changed it for reasons I do not know. And so I changed it. And also because I kept being called Monica. Which, no, stop calling me that. I have a name, you know. So, yeah. I changed it to random NB. I think it was like I embarrassed myself in a Twitch chat. It wasn't even that embarrassing. It was from my social anxiety. I don't even know what the fuck happened. I know it was in Ryan Was Taken's chat, but I don't know what the fuck happened. I completely fucking forgot. Because I would not step foot in his chat ever. Because I was so embarrassed, I literally forgot what happened. And I changed the name to Random NB, because I'm a random person on the internet. And NB stands for non-binary. Literally, the first person to get that was Naramic, like Saturday, which was 2 days ago. What the fuck, guys? Because I popped into my friend Jen's chat. Hold on. I'll just give him a quick promo. That's his new account, by the way. There we go. So that's his account. I was in his old account's chat back when he back before we'd had to like change accounts, or as we like to say, Arcus hitting reset. Arcus is like how I say Arceus. It's a joke in like a community I'm in. And I was chilling in the chat. It was like the day I renamed myself, and I was just like, "Hey guys, I wanted to see if anybody remembered me." I didn't say I wanted to see if anyone remembered me. I was just like, because I wanted to see if anyone remembered me. I said like, "Hey," before stream started, because I have a little rivalry with somebody. Pokemon, he's one of my mods. To see who can be first in chat when the stream starts. And one person didn't know who I was. And then Sky, I think it was Sky at least, but maybe Sky or Pokemon or both, remembered me. So not remembered me, recognized me, which is nice. Thank you. And Pokemon thought the NB and random NB meant nobody. I'm a random nobody. Nobody's nobody. Everybody's someone. I don't hate myself that much. I mean, yeah, I hate myself, but not that much. But yeah. So, by the way, that's box for lyrics. And so, Random NB was born. Yeah. Also, may I say about Naramik's stream, it literally went from the Blobs 2 stream to me educating him in his chat about Australia. He actually made a joke about changing the category of his stream to education. Yeah, because I just kept teaching them about stuff. Because he's British. Sky is either American or Nigerian. I can't tell because I know he moves between America and Nigeria, because he mentions it. But I don't know if he's from America or from Nigeria. Have to ask him. But yeah, they're mixed British. So the Britons colonized us along with other countries. But he doesn't really know much aside from like, he didn't really know much about Australia, besides like, they ran out of place to put the prisoners, so they put him here, and that. But yeah, think I've spent enough time sketching. I've spent like 34 minutes sketching. That's probably the longest time I've ever spent on a sketch. So let's go down to the line art. Do 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 do. The undertone music really keeps me like calm and like interested in stream, since my chat's like super dead. Also, I will add like more like complex and like dynamic and cutesy stream titles more. I'm trying to make my stream a bit more like cozy and like cute and more organized. As you can tell from my commands, changing from just having text to having a bunch of different stuff, like emojis, emoticons, and like all these cute little things. Just a little spice, just to spice things up and make them cute. But yeah, I will be adding cuter thumbnails. Don't you have thumbnails? You can't have a thumbnail to Twitch. I was thinking of YouTube. Sorry, because this is being posted on YouTube. Fucking titles. As well, I might change my stream notification. Because right now it's just come hang out. I love to see some new faces chatting with a little like smiley face. So I might change that. But yeah. Sorry, I forgot to turn mic back on. I don't really like pure whites because they make everything feel a bit too fake and digitally drawn, which they are, but yeah. So what I like to do is grab an off-white. It just makes it easier and a bit more appealing to the eye, in my opinion. The thing is, I just closed my reference tab, so I completely forgot what color her buttons were. So I just broke my fingers in order to click Control-Shift-C in the weirdest way possible. That way I can double check. Black, okay. Her buttons are indeed black. I thought they might be, but I was scared that it might have been her shirt color. I'm gonna grab I don't really like deep blacks as well, unless it's land art. So I'm gonna grab like a really deep and desaturated version of her shirt color. There we go. That way they seem black and white when compared to everything else, but when you compare it to the actual black, it's actually not. And the actual white. Which would be the background if it didn't have transparent pixels on. I mean, like, you can save it as a transparent PNG without that on. It just helps me realize what spots I've colored in white and what ones I haven't. And here's another example of how I grab my eye tones. As you can see, I use off-white, and I grab the skin color and move it slightly towards the red spectrum. It just makes it seem a bit more realistic, in my opinion. Of course, we all have our different ways to draw. And if you draw differently, that's great. That's your style, not mine. And I don't have to follow someone else's style. Because that's not my monkeys, not my circus. I learned that from my mom, by the way. I think she said she found it on Facebook or something, like an old person. But I learned it from my mom. I might add some shading later, but right now I just want to add the color to the background since I'm just going to read and pop out for bed soon. Because I gotta be more awake just in case I miss out on my coffee for tomorrow. So it's a slightly shorter stream, especially since I started around 13 minutes late because I was trying to get my Nightbot commands all in order. Deep apologies for that. The deepest apologies for that. Hold on, what lightness are these? 45 max saturation. This is usually how I get opposite colors. I invert the colors, and since, excuse you, the inverted version of purple is, it's because it thinks I've drawn pink, not purple. I see. I basically just invert my colors and then change them to be the same lightness, and then boom. Excuse you, why do you keep giving me green? I know the opposite colors. Look, just because I said red and blue are opposites one time does not mean I don't know my opposite colors. I know what the opposite of purple is. It's yellow. I'll just do it myself then. what I was trying to say before I was being rudely disproved my point is that I prefer to invert the colors and then change them to be there in like the same lightness. That way they look like perfectly opposite. But I know the opposite of purple, and it ain't green. So just saying. Blue. It might not be the right shade of blue, but it's close enough. Actually, it might be too close to purple. And then we blue frame. I like to use a deep red. Gaussian blur to make it seem out of focus. And we're done with the background. I might add a bit more Gaussian blur actually. This way it just seems more out of focus and it brings more light onto the character itself. And sometimes you can do foreground elements that are out of focus. If you're doing a foreground, midground, background, you can have your character in the midground and then blur out the foreground and background. Or if you don't want your character to be in the main focus, you can blur the character out. It really depends on what kind of feeling you're going for in your drawing. I want to assume that there's like a kind of harsh light behind Elizabeth. And so she has like, hold on. Add layer from folder. And just like remove the text real quick. This way. I can grab my shading out. But I imagine there's like a strong light behind Elizabeth. So she's getting like a really strong shadow on her, except for her borders. I've actually done this technique of filling in the whole character with the shadow, and then by duplicating their character layer itself, and then alpha locking it, and then erasing the outlines with an airbrush, and then sometimes add a highlight. It was with a gotcha character, but same premise. And then I'm just gonna add some color that's present in the background. Bro, why wouldn't it let me select my color? I'm using eraser, that's why. I should probably use an airbrush actually. Grab the purple. Add some purple around the edges. Chrissy, why the fuck did you just call me that? Why the fuck did you just call me that, dude? Typo? Oh, okay, great. But, hey. I meant Chris, yeah. Good. But, hey, Pokemon, how are you? We're just drawing, I have actually some new commands, if you want to try them out. Exclamation mark pronouns and exclamation mark what we doing. It's like, here, I'll plug it in chat for you. Good, just got out of work. Oh, great. That's the command I was talking about. I couldn't find a way to make it dynamic, so it just like grab my title or grab my category. So I literally have just like told myself, okay, I'm just gonna change the command before stream every single day. I might not have the energy to stream tomorrow though, because I have an excursion tomorrow. The buses are leaving at 9:10, and I struggle with motion sickness, so there might not be a stream tomorrow. But yeah, we're just shut up, Nightbot. We're just drawing some art for the song that me and Sky are making. I just finished all of my vocals for it, and I sang the entire thing, so Sky knows roughly how to sing it, and I sent the audio over to him, both of them. So there's that. All of the audio except for one verse that I recorded earlier. All is recorded with my new mic and like headset, so that's cool. It's all computer audio. None of it's recorded on iPad. And I'm just waiting for Sky to finish his lines and me to finally finish the instrumental, and then the song should be finished. Cool? Yeah, it is cool. So it should be out hopefully within the next few months or so. Hopefully. Although it could be faster, it could be slower. Depends on how fast Scott finishes his vocals and how fast they can get the instrumental done. So, but yeah, I was just finishing off my drawing. We're almost at 1 hour. That's cool. Yeah, I was just finishing off the drawing for the background. I might just not for the background, for the entire thing. I might just add something cool here. It's like a big one. Color dodge, and then Gaussian blur it out of focus. Gaussian blur it a bit more out of focus. Sorry, Cortana is covering up your message for some reason. I don't know why she popped out. Give it a second for it to pop down and I can read that. There we go. And my cat is sitting next to my chair. Aww. I had my bunny here earlier. I actually have a pizza right now. I'm gonna put it in the fridge for later. I had like one slice and then I had to start stream. My stream was like 13 minutes late too. So I think that's everything that we need in the drawing. These hearts are like where my lyrics will go. I might just darken up my background a bit. Make it like a bit more. Keep the saturation about the same, but then darken it slightly. I might need to like lower saturation while I darken it. I think that's meh. Oh, hello there. Oh, hey, Sky. I'm just messing around with filters. Yo, I'm playing Splatoon 2. Oh, cool. You winning? I have some new commands. Yes, yo, Pog. It's here. I'll type both the new commands in chat. What we doing? and pronouns. I couldn't find a way to make the what we do in command dynamic, so I'm just gonna have to change it before each stream. Which is kind of annoying, but it's fine. There we go. And I think that's everything. I might just color up my writing a bit, and then we're done. I am no longer winning. Oh no! Kind of sounds weird saying it is drawing. That's just how noun pronouns are. Some of them are kind of confusing. Anyways. Yeah, that's how some of them are. Yeah, no, I'm ripping it up. You can say here, you can say here, I use all of them. By the way, since when did you use here? Bruh. It went they, them, he, they, and he, they, it. What the fuck do you mean? Since when did I use he? Okay. Well, let's just get a raid then and then we'll end stream. Okay. Raid time. I forgot. Oof. Time for raid.